Hey everyone, how's it going? For today's art lesson, I'm going to show you guys how to make a warm and cool color Christmas tree. So I hope you guys follow along and enjoy this video. Hey everyone, how's it going? For today's lesson, we are going to be creating a fun Christmas tree project. Now, for this project, you're going to need a piece of paper, you're going to need something to draw with, and you're also going to need a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can always use something that has a nice straight edge to it, such as a book or a magazine or even a box if you have something like that, like a small box. Now, we're going to be working with warm and cool colors with this project. So our warm colors are our colors that show heat, such as red, orange, yellow, and our cool colors are colors that show coldness, such as green, blue, and purple. Now, we're going to use these when we color, but before we do that, we're going to get started by making a Christmas tree. And we're going to be using lots of shapes with this one. So we're going to keep this very simple. So the first thing we want to do is I want to make a nice triangle on here. And I'm going to use my ruler. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line up my ruler at an angle. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we're just going to draw a nice diagonal line like this. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just line up my ruler and I'm going to make a nice diagonal line like that. Make this a little bit longer, and then I'm just going to connect these with my ruler. So I'll line them up and then connect them. So very simple, just a triangle. If you don't have a ruler, you don't have to use it, but this just kind of helps make a nice line. Then I will just take the ruler and I will just kind of line it up in the middle here, and we're just going to make two lines on each side for the trunk of our Christmas tree. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to kind of mark this off because I want it to be a little bit darker than the other. So I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger marker. You can just take your pencil if you're using one and just kind of make these lines a little darker. But I want this line to be a little darker in here just so I see that this is my tree. So I'm just going to mark these off with a nice dark line right across here. And then I will do the same thing for the trunk. Now I can really see my tree. The next thing that I want to do is up towards the top of here, I want to make a star. So we can just keep this really simple. So to do this, I'm going to make a nice tall little triangle shape. I'm going to make a nice line across here, kind of like an A. And then we're just going to connect the corners or the ends like this for a star. Now, this next part is where my ruler is going to really come in handy, because what I want to do is I want to make some different lines going all the way across here, and they're going to be going through my tree. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to start placing my ruler in some random spots, and I'm just going to make some lines that go across. I'm going to just kind of repeat this all over. Your lines can do whatever you want them to. If you want them to kind of cross like this, they can go up and down in different areas. They can end on other lines. They can do whatever you want them to. All I'm going to do is just kind of draw lines all around here and all the way through my tree. You want them to go through the tree, they can go through the trunk down here. You can put them wherever you want to. They can stop in certain spots. All you have to do is just be creative and try some different things. So I'm going to just fill up my whole paper with all sorts of different lines like this. Now, once you're done, you're going to have a bunch of little lines all over here that kind of look like this. They can go all over the place. I stopped mine in different random spots. You can always have yours just go everywhere off the paper, however you guys want to do it. Now, once we're done with this, then our next step is we want to begin the coloring part. Now, once you are done with your tree, then it's time to color it. Now, when coloring your tree, you can color it lots of different ways. Now, on the tree, you want to use cool colors. So those are things like green, blue, and purple. And in the background, you want to use things such as warm colors, which are red, orange, and yellow. Now, when coloring this, you can use lots of different things. You can use crayons, markers, colored pencils, or paint if you want to. There's lots of different ways to do this. Now, you can also use different shades of colors, especially different things like greens. Now, if you don't have a lot of different shades of green, that's okay. If you're using crayons and colored pencils, you can always push down harder to make some darker, and then you can push down lighter to make some lighter, and that will make different effects of the green. So, I'm going to begin by coloring this with my cool colors inside the tree, green, blue, and purple, and then my warm colors outside of here, which are red, orange, and yellow. And here you go, here is our Christmas tree all colored. Now, you can see that I used some cool colors in here, a couple shades of green along with a little bit of blue and purple. I stuck with mostly green so that I could get that tree effect. Now in here, I use lots of different warm colors, different shades of yellows, oranges, and reds. Now if you don't have as many different colors as I do, that's totally fine. You can always use just, a few different colors on here, and you can always try pushing down harder and softer with different materials such as colored pencils and crayons, and that will give you some different effects. And you can always blend colors on top of each other. But here you go, here is our Christmas tree picture. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.